Guys, Lawyer Martin Kpebu drops a bombshell. Do you know why Mama Yaga was removed as the leader of the majority in Ghana's parliament? Guys, have a listen.
Analysts are saying that it appears because Mama Yaga challenged Speaker on the passage of the LGBTQ law. That's how come Ayarga is being removed. You know, the Speaker said the bill had not been passed. Ayarga too says it's been properly passed. And you know how the international community is briefing down our necks on that particular law. So it means that for as long as Ayarga stays as majority leader, there's going to be a problem, you know, going forward with that bill.
Really?
So it appears very reasonable. So they say that it appears it's because of it that the Ayarga is being removed, so that the proposals that the Speaker is put forward, you know, the Speaker has said that it can be, the consideration can be done again, etc. You know, the bill has been kept somewhere, we've moved on. But look, we should be careful. If we don't sort out that issue once and for all, the NDC will pay dearly for it. You see, let's not make a mistake. The opposition, they are watching. They'll just wait. Near elections, they will raise it again. So it's better, look, this bill and these issues are dealt with once and for all. So my understanding is that this removal is perhaps to pave way for the reconsideration, etc., as the Speaker is mentioned. Because Ayarga has been very clear that as far as he is aware, the bill has been passed by Parliament. So it's left with the presidential assent. But the Speaker is saying otherwise. That's what I'll say about that one.
Or the narrative about Mama Yaga's reshuffle, but why is that? Because the position he took regarding this anti-LGBTQ, in fact, this is the first time I'm hearing this one. I've heard quite a number of narratives, but this one, did it affect the relationship between the Speaker and the majority leader in any way, Majority Chief Whip? I'm
really surprised by the perspective that Kpebu has just brought to bear on this matter. I'm not privy to any such reason or basis. My leader and I, we speak regularly. In fact, before yesterday, we were on the phone for nearly an hour. He's not around. He's on a short trip outside, and so we speak about many things, welfare, focus, and all, how to simply keep the caucus intact. So the suggestion that is being moved to local governments as a result of some disagreement he has with the Speaker, it's totally news to me. I'm not privy to any such development, and I don't think that there's any disagreement between him and Speaker at all.
Right.
And the party also didn't give the indication that that is the basis for which the president is appointing him to the local government portfolio so that James will come and take over. I believe that it's a matter of strategy. The party is just monitoring and seeing how things can be.
Yeah, it's what I say. You know, that's the thing about Honorable Dapper. He's a smooth diplomat. Of course, you know that he has to, you know, kind of brush it aside so that everything will look good. Let's repeat. Look, go to the tapes. You see Mama Yarga telling the Speaker that they are not going back to that bill. Then the Speaker says, no, they would go back. And then what else do you need? That's serious. So let's step back. This is not a joke. Speaker Babin came back and said, as far as he's concerned, the rules have been breached. The bill has not been passed. That's a public statement too. Then the majority leader comes and says, it's been done. Boom. Finished. The gavel has fallen. There will be no going back to the bill. And the Speaker insists. And today, you know where the bill is. What else do you need to say? You don't need them to remain, or they are not. And quite clearly, there is a deep chasm, a deep crater between what Ayarga was saying on the bill and what Speaker Bagbin and President Mama were saying on the other side. And we all know that it's about no kufio. We need help from development partners. So once the West is not happy with the bill, Speaker and the president have been dancing around it, and then they've pushed it somewhere, which is a slap in the face of Ayarga. And natural fact, he, Dafamapo himself. Dafamapo, yourself, you've been slapped in the face, right? I know you're a nice man, all those things, but you can't say it. Where you are, you need to climb up, so you can't speak openly like that. But my advantage is that I'm not looking to climb up any ladder politically, so I'm free to speak openly. So it's fine. Dafamapo has to brush everything, make it look nice, and it's my duty to analyze vigorously here that what the speaker said about the bill is 180 degrees different from what Majority Leader Mama Ayarga said. Okay, so they are on opposite ends, and so as long as Ayarga remains Majority Leader, it's going to be very difficult to go back and reconsider the bill as the Speaker and President Mahama are saying.